Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Please, you can hear me. Let me know in the chat section. How are we doing today? How are we doing today? Welcome, guys. I'm super excited to having all of you here. For us on YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you, Denira. Thank you, thank you. Oh, my lights. Oh gosh, NEPA has happened to me. Okay, hold on, guys. Uh, let me, yeah. Don't mind me, guys. I just can't go out now to go and drag the gen. NEPA choose the very wrongest time to go off. So let's start regardless without the video. So how you guys doing? First of all, I'm so excited to having you all tonight. My name is let me first of all say thank you guys for coming. Thank you so much. Let's also thank God for keeping us all alive to see today. Thank you so much, guys, for coming, taking out your time to come down here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So my name is Chiwendu Ama. I am the six-figure woman and the brain behind, or I don't like calling myself the brain behind, but I do call myself the founder of the Jazz Digital Hub. The Jazz Digital Hub is a workspace academy where we make workspace simple for everyone, where we'll make work skills as simple as ABC for everyone. Because we found that it has been super obvious that our universities don't teach us these basic skills. Instead, they teach us courses that we would never ever use in life. And when we start going into the real work world and we start finding it so difficult to meet up, a lot of us lose lots of job opportunities because we do not know how to use simple technology, the simplest ones. We don't even know how to use it. We cannot organize our emails. We cannot even manage our calendars. Neither do we even know how to use a simple spreadsheet. And even when we don't get to miss out on this job opportunity and we get to like stick to the job and all that, we find it very frustrating while working. So this was one of the reasons, though not the major reason, that bettered the Jazz Digital Hub. So the main reason why we started this hub, some few years back, let me give you a brief rundown and tell you why I'm here to teach you guys tonight. So some few years back, I've been a banker and I worked 5 years in the banking industry, and few years ago, I was just laid off for no reason. We just started a new year and I started my year being out of job, and that was it. It was super, super frustrating. It was super frustrating to a point that I was contemplating suicide. Yes, I contemplated it for a while because I couldn't see myself not being able to make money. A lot of us have been in that situation, or a lot of us has experienced something similar to that. So I couldn't really cope with it, and that was it. I just said, okay, let's end it. Not quite long, just long story short, I don't want to go into details, but I didn't end it. I had to find myself working as a freelancer. I had to find myself working, or I found an ad on Facebook that was talking about freelancing in general. I just have a vague idea of it. And that was how I jumped into it. I said, after all, I'm already at the ground stage. Anyhow, we must shall move up and move up rather. And that was just how I keyed into this, and I started learning skills, searching for job. I got my first job as a social media manager for a Pakistan client. Yes, I got my first job as a social media manager for Pakistan client. It was terrible. It was horrible because, first of all, I had a bad phone, and like that, we just rushed and did the work. After a while, I stopped working for the guy because he nearly insulted my life out of my body. So I got my second job. I got my second job for a UK client, and that was the beginning of progress for me at that point. My first job was a $20 job, and all this I was working with a phone. And my second job was now a $5,000 job. So see, I moved from $20 to $5,000. But in all this period, I wasn't sleeping at night. I was devoting myself to work. I told myself that I was already at the ground stage, and I wasn't going to take no for an answer until I make it. And I pushed on and pushed on. I got that second job, and I kept pushing on. So that was the breaking out for me. And in October 2022, we launched the Jazz Digital Hub, because a lot of persons, I noticed, because I posted it on all social media platform when I got that $5,000 job. As at that time, it was like the biggest thing I ever did. So I just posted this. It was like a breakthrough for me, even though at that point when that money solved, like the money was like the whole of the whole world to me. So a lot of persons was around my DM, people that know me and people that heard about me, like, okay, come and teach us. How did you do it? How did you even talk to these clients and all that? And so most of the persons that wanted to learn how to earn reasonable amounts, even if not so much, but at least reasonable, from the comfort of their home, do not have the basic skills required to earn. So that was what bettered with the Jazz Digital Hub. So that was how we started. And today, this is 2 years, and we're running the Jazz Digital Hub, and we are still strong. And that is me. That is why I'm here. That's why, I told you guys I'm going to tell you why I'm teaching you. So that is me, like a breakdown. I'm a wife, I'm a mom. So I didn't add those. I'm a stay-at-home mom or a work-from-home mom and a wife. So that is me, a brief introduction. So today we'll be looking at introduction. In the course of this 2 days class, this 2 days is a total free class. It's just for 2 days. In the course of this 2 days class, we'll be looking at introduction to virtual assisting that we'll be doing today. Why virtual assisting? Why not something else? Don't mind me, I can't go out to turn on the gen, and there's no one at home at this moment. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Can we all see my screen? Let me see. You can see my screen. Kindly let me know. So, okay, yeah, a lot of persons can. So, in this 2 days class, we'll be looking at introduction to virtual assisting, why virtual assisting, and we'll be looking at some skills required for a virtual assistant. And for the course of today's class, we'll just look at simple designs for businesses. Then for tomorrow's class, we'll be looking at what is freelancing, what freelancing is all about, how to get freelancing gigs, how to prepare for freelancing gigs, what are the obstacles and objections when you want to practice, how to get started, freelance sites where you can go search and apply for jobs. That is what we'll be looking at today. So today we'll be looking at what virtual assistant is, and tomorrow we'll be looking at the business of freelancing in proper. Freelancing is virtual assistant is a part of freelancing. So we'll be looking at freelancing proper and how to get gigs. Gigs is actually jobs, and where to get these gigs. So that's what we'll be looking at tomorrow, being Sunday. So Like I said again, my name is Chiwende. So first of all, who is a virtual assistant? If you are ready, give me some fire. Don't mind my lights that went off. If you want to see my face, give me like 2 minutes. I'll go and turn on the gen. Or we just start to save time. So please give me some fire. Please, 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 please let me know that we are here and we are ready. We are here and we are ready for this class. Please, please. Let me see something in the chat section. I'm feeling too much code in here. I'm feeling too much code. YouTube people, please rescue me out. If you're ready, give me some emoji. Thank you. Joyce, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, my Zoom people, YouTube people. You guys are just letting me down. It's not fair. And you people are more on YouTube. So let's go in. Let's dive right in. So who is a virtual assistant? Basically, or generally, a virtual assistant is a self-employed professional. A virtual assistant is a self-employed professional that provides administrative, creative, and technical services or support to their clients remotely. So, but in a layman term, we say a virtual assistant is anybody that provides support to their clients virtually. Whether you provide medical support virtually, you're a virtual assistant. You provide legal support. As long as you are doing it virtually, you are a virtual assistant. As long as it's support, you are assisting. Just like the simplest thing for explanation, a virtual assistant is like a PA. You know, everybody know what a PA is, but this PA is working virtually. It's not working physically. I was trying to see if my baby is back. So now we've known who a virtual assistant is. Let's look at the roles. I didn't really explain to us. This first section will just be for 40 minutes, and the next section will be having Coach Chi. She will be taking us for a little bit slightly longer time. She'll be doing the simple graphic designs for businesses. So that's what we'll be doing in the next section. I said it, my baby is back. My little girl is back. Sorry, guys. You guys will hear mama shortly. So, the roles of virtual assistants, or what are the roles you're to do as a virtual assistant? What are your roles? So, like I always say at every time, the roles of a virtual assistant is dependent on 3 things. Your employer, 1, the industry your employer is in, 2, and the niche you as a virtual assistant is specialized in, 3. So generally, let's just look at a few roles because there are so much. You know, I say it's a virtual assistant is somebody that assists somebody, that provides support. So the roles are like pop in different fields. So let's generally look at a few. So we say schedule management. Yes, one of the most important role of a virtual assistant, an administrative or an executive virtual assistant, is to manage schedule management, email management, simple data entry. As an administrative assistant, you should know how to enter data, you know how to do research, you know how to run administrative support, administrative tasks, customer service, document preparation and editing, meeting planning. Yes, minutes taking, they are all administrative roles of an assistant, leads generation, and so many more. The roles of a virtual assistant is kind of wide. That's why a lot of virtual assistants niche down. If I'm a VA and I'm working for a medical doctor, and I'm assisting him maybe in the line of medicine, my role is different from a general VA or a real estate virtual assistant. We will have some things we will do in common, like administrative support, but major things are kind of different. So a real estate virtual assistant will be running property management, and a sales virtual assistant will be running, my light is on now, my gen is on now, so I can. So, and a sales virtual assistant will be running cold calling, closing sales. So they are different. It's depending on the niche and the employer and his industry. So that's that about that. I just wanted us to understand it very well. So while we've looked at some roles of a virtual assistant, now let's look at the benefits of being a virtual assistant. I like talking about this because before I started working as a remote worker, as a freelancer, I never knew that there was something like staying at home on Monday morning. Yes, I used to be in the marketing department, and Target wanted to finish my life. Yes, I never saw a life without 200 million, 300 million targets, and they don't care how it's going to go, but you should meet your target at any point. Target for loan, target for savings. And I keep asking myself today that, how did I survive 5 years? Like, it's crazy. How did I survive it? 5 years there, it wasn't funny. So one of the benefits of being a virtual assistant is flexibility. Yes. Before now, my life was so rigid. Like, it was very rigid. I only know how to go to work, come back, go to work again, and being frustrated at the office, ranging from a lot of persons telling you that you know what to do before they can give you their money. A lot of us bankers understand, ranging from one thing to the other. So, but being a remote worker or being a virtual assistant, in quotes, has given me the opportunity to live my life the way I want to, even though there is some restrictions because there is work hours. You get to work during your work hours, but you can be anywhere working as long as you are in a quiet place. You can be working, and last year I traveled around September. I went for holiday, but I wasn't on leave. I was still working. All I just need to do is log on and work. Nobody cares your present, your location as at that point. That is why you are a VA. And if you are a remote worker or a freelancer that has a normal physical 9-to-5 job, it also gives you the flexibility because you can get like a job that you will do at a specific time. I have a lot of students that start their work by 9, 10, 11 p.m. And a lot of them work 4 hours, 3 hours because they do a stable 9-to-5. And some of them, they just come, take a contract, do the contract, submit it, and get their pay. That is one of those are the benefits of the job. You are flexible. You can be anywhere at any time, work for anybody as you want to. You have the opportunity to move around the way you want. Another thing is remote work opportunities. Like when I started, I started up working for an Asian man, all these Pakistanis guys that would always find fault in me because I am Black and I am a Nigerian, and thought I was I didn't have sense, in quotes. So being a VA made me realize, or being a remote worker made me realize, that there was more to just sitting in one place collecting shit. I've collected a lot of shit in the bank. I cannot sit down and collect shit again as a freelancer. It gives me the remote work opportunity. I can decide, as long as one of the most challenging things is getting your first job. As long as you've gotten your first job, you have everything intact, because when I started, I never had like a coach kind of thing. So I didn't have a prepared portfolio. So and that's why I needed to do that job to get a portfolio. So as long as I have that, I could just move. And that's how I switched. That's one big benefit. It gives you remote work opportunity. Last month, yes, early this October 5th, when I just sat down to reflect my life since I left the bank. And one thing I do, any new country I touch, like I get in contact with in terms of my service, I take them down. And when I went through my list and I counted, I saw that over years, I've touched close to up to 40 countries. And I just looked and I said, God, is this you? Me that I know that I've not touched even quarter of the states in Nigeria, but I know I've touched this country. I don't mean going there, I mean touch, like point of contact in terms of offering my services. So that's the thing. That's the opportunity that remote work gives to you. And for a lot of people who have grown in their companies where they work remotely, it gives them the opportunity to travel, to go for their annual conferences, annual meetings. That's it. Then cost savings. I cannot even say so much. So I can't actually overemphasize on this. Like, it cannot be overemphasized. Cost savings. The idea of staying at home and not paying transport fare. I see how much people burn in fuel to fuel their car. A friend of mine will tell me that almost her full tank is about 100 plus. And full tank will not go her anywhere. Full tank doesn't go her anywhere. So imagine me, I'm saving that money, sitting at home, working from home, and even earning more than she's earning in her office, and I'm not paying for fuel. So that's the thing. I'm not even buying my usual black, white, blue, red as uniform. I'm not buying them again. So that's like one of the sweetest parts. I was very frustrated when they'll tell you, you need to change your wardrobe, you need to do this, you need to do that. It was seriously frustrating. Then independence. I talked about it slightly when I talked about moving from one employer to another because I was unfairly treated. I felt that I wasn't treated well. So it gives me the opportunity to choose who I want to work for and when I want to work for you. Yes, the same way you interview your staffs, that's the same way that your staff should interview the recruiter. If you are checking to see if I'm good enough fit for your brand, I would as well be checking to see if you are a good enough fit as well for me. That is the independence of it all. Because I know that, okay, if you work a pass, I know how to get another one that will still come. That's the thing. Then, global reach. Like I said, that I sat down and I checked my books round and I saw the numbers of countries that I've touched. Working in one office would not have given me the opportunity to touch that much of a country. It wouldn't have. Then skills enhancement. Over the years that I started practicing, I have enhanced my skills multiple times. Sorry, guys. And I keep enhancing as the day goes by, because every time, the world is a global village, and the world, like, it's an AI space. It grows at every millisecond. One new thing comes up, one new tools come up, one new stuff in your field come up. So there is a necessity for you to always enhance. As long as you are in the digital space, you have no other choice but to regularly enhance your skill. And this working as a VA has given me that leverage, that opportunity. And I asked myself again, I said, in 5 years, I did not do one course, one pishiki, according to my people, I did not do one. And how did I manage to stay that long? So that's one of my own great advantage for me. Then reduce stress. Reduce stress in terms of the fact that I don't get to like do the hustle bustle of going to work. But then another thing is career diversity. Yes, working remotely gives you the opportunity to leverage on a new career that is coming up. You see that, okay, AI is actually coming up. And you know, they say the first few people that jump on a new development get to enjoy it more. You just move. It gives you the opportunity to like learn new things at every given time. I pack skill as though I am drinking water, because I tell myself that tomorrow I don't know the skill that will save me from something. So as it's coming, I'm packing them. But what gave me the hunger for more was becoming a VA. So from there, I started diversifying because I already have the grand knowledge. I already have the understanding of this space, and I already know that, okay, this is what I want, and this is how I want it, and this is how I am going to get it done. So let's look at skills. I'm trying to rush this up so that our second coach would come up, because we'll be doing real design. We'll be doing real design tonight. So let's look at skills. Like I would also say again, though there's something called general virtual assistant, but I will also say again, the skills needed for a virtual assistant is depending on one, your niche, and two, the industry of your employer. So if a real estate boss is recruiting, the skill, aside from the general basic administrative and communication skill, the skill a real estate personnel would be looking for is different from the skill set that a sales personnel or a travel agency would be looking for. They are totally different, aside from the basic. So let's look at quite a very few, like it's not even up to 2%. But let's just look at it briefly, like a general knowledge of skills, general skills. So we have graphic designing. As a VA, even if you don't know like the real Coco graphic, the real, what's it called, Corel Draw and the rest, you should know the basics. And the basic is Canva for business. You should know the basic design skill, how to use the basic tools. Then you have communication skill, which is very important. That's why you are being employed. You should be able to communicate in proper with your boss and with your other colleagues, and even with business associates and all that. I've had a virtual assistant that was so bad at communication. And I just told myself that I can't work with this lady we did not even do 1 week. Okay, yes, we just did 1 week. And for that 1 week, I have complained, no, 2 weeks, yes. I have complained and complained and complained. And I told myself, I said, no. This one will really damage my mental health. This will really damage my mental health. So communication skills, like it's one of the basics, because you have nothing to do as a virtual assistant. If you can't communicate rightly, you're given a task. 1 or 2 things you couldn't meet up with the task. You should communicate rightly to your boss that, this is the reason I could not meet up. Okay, I will meet up so time. You were asked to do something and you chip in your own idea, the person should, your boss should know even before you bring out that program and say, okay, this is how it should be. You should know that you are bringing in your own idea. Or maybe communicate rightly. You do something and your boss say, this work you did is a great job, but I don't really like it. Don't tell them that, sir, you must use it, or this is just it, this is just. That's the thing. Adaptability. A virtual assistant should be able to adapt to everything as fast as possible. Be ready if maybe you are managing one client and suddenly the other two virtual assistants managing your the co-executives in the company choose not to come to work. You should be ready to adapt, to change, to start filling in for the others, and you should be able to manage the four. Yes, a virtual assistant, one skill that I did not really write that is not here, a virtual assistant should be able to prioritize. Yes, once you are attending interviews for VA interviews, the first test that they will give to you is prioritization. They want to see how well you prioritize events. What do you use to prioritize? And the basic thing to prioritize events is deadline and urgency. So you should learn how to bring events or tasks that has the closest deadline and a higher urgency forward. You push the other. They will give you a test and say, okay, do a daily planner for me with so-so tasks, so-so tasks, so-so tasks, so-so tasks. Look at their deadline. Look at what they are about. Now you sit down, develop the ability to sit down and think, okay, which one is more urgent? Which one has a higher risk? That is one of, like, in short, your number one skill as a virtual assistant. Because if you cannot prioritize, I have no need for your service. Then data entry, I will just run down the others. Creative mindset. You should not come every time and say, sir, this thing is not working. No, how do I go about it? Before you come and say, boss, this is not working, you should be able to have looked for an alternative or a solution. Then you now come, sir, I tried this out, it didn't work, but this was a better way I saw in doing it. Just take a look at it. Yes, you've already solved the problem. Then coordination and planning, research. That is one of the major challenges of us Africans. We find it difficult to carry our phones and research something on Google by ourselves. Instead, we'll just go to the DMs of the person that posted and say, what is the meaning of this? When Google is closest to you. If you know you are this type of person that you find it difficult to check something online, you have no business doing it here. Then, multitasking. You should be able to multitask. You should be able to manage projects and events. You should be able to organize. You should have an organizational skill, self-developmental skill, a problem-solving mindset. I just talked about problem-solving when I gave an example of a creative mindset. You are providing a creative solution to solving a problem. Then let's look at type of virtual assistant. There are so many types, but I just want to dish out the most common ones that we all know. But there are so many types of virtual assistant. But there are a few that are the most common that we know. So let's just dish that out tonight. We have the chatbot virtual assistant. This chatbot virtual assistant, we have your chatbots, style, your AI that respond to chat and all that. This person is just like that. But not an AI. It's a human because they want a human feel. They pay you to do customer service on chats. All you do is attend to people via chats. So that's what a chatbot VA is. Or maybe they'll tell you, help me get whitelisted on Discord. Okay, I'm trying to get an NFT whitelist. Help me get whitelisted. Okay, you do 1,000 chat per hour. That is also the person raising your hand. Victor, why? I'm not muting anyone tonight. I only take your questions in the chat section. I'm still teaching. Why is your hand up? Then we have the customer service virtual assistant. Yes, we all know who a customer service is. The customer service is the face of a brand, your first point of interaction when you get into a company. Customer service is your first point of your first touch of the company. So there are also, you have virtual customer service representative. Then we have your personal or your executive assistant. We have our health assistant, our sales assistants. Yes, social media managers, they are also virtual assistants. Project managers, project management assistants, administrative, you have the legal, you have the medical. There are so many. There are so many. We have real estate VA. Yes, I am a property virtual assistant. I for one. But I didn't start up as a property VA. Then let's look at tools for virtual assistant. If we start calling the tools for virtual assistant, we will not leave here tonight. But I just brought out the basics. Like if you know that, okay, you just want to have an idea. So that's what we are doing tonight. Just having an idea, getting introduced before you now start seeing a more advanced tools in the future. With this basic one, you can do a simple VA job. So you have the Slack, which is a communication tool. You have your Trello, which is a project management tool. These tools are, because of the fact that you are not working in a physical office, that's why you need a project management tool to track your project at all times. So if your work is at beginner stage, you put your cards on this software. You have cards, you have boards. So your cards will be at that your board will be at that place. Once you move, like once you progress, you move to the next stage. So that's just how it is, just like your physical office, but virtually. You have your Google Drive that 99.9% of us do have and know how to use. We have our Google Calendar to plan meetings, to schedule meetings. You have your Canva. Most businesses just use Canva to make their life easy. All my assistants, I have two right now. Basically, right now I have two, and none of them has a need to go and use what's it called? CorelDRAW. The both of them use simple Canva, except when I want to run a meta ad. That's when I give another person again, another assistant again, that work with CorelDRAW. That's if I want to do a specific thing that Canva cannot do, but Canva can help you run your business smoothly. Then you have your Meet and your Google, which we are using, your Form, your Monday.com, which is a management tools, your OneDrive. OneDrive is the same thing with Google Drive. The difference is that OneDrive is from Microsoft, Google Drive is from Google, and you know now Google things are always very easy to use. So Google is a little bit more easier to interact with the interface than OneDrive. You have Asana, which is a communication tool, Get Prospect, which is a lead generation tool, and so many others. Okay, I said I was going to use exactly 40 minutes. Let me rush this one down with 1 second. Coach Chi, I'm sorry, 1 minute. Common problems that VA faces. We'll be looking at a lot of the problems. All these problems, we'll be looking at them tomorrow. For finding clients, I tell people that your clients are everywhere. As a virtual assistant, you are the chief executive marketer of your life, the chief executive marketer of your profession. Carry your market on your head. Your clients are everywhere. Your clients on Facebook, your clients on LinkedIn, your clients are everywhere. But we'll be looking at that thoroughly tomorrow. Work-life balance. A lot of us do not know how to balance our work and our life. Like if I once I'm done with these slides, I will turn on my camera and you see that my eyes are already very red because I walked all through last night and I've not slept. I've not slept like today, and I'm here again talking again. Then we find it difficult. A lot of us find it difficult to balance our time. We tend to put in our time for rest. We tend to drag work into it and drag resting into our work time, thereby messing up our client's job. Lack of experience and portfolio, we'll be looking at this properly tomorrow. Relying on freelance platform, I say that a lot. I'm not an advocate of, hey, now this freelance platform, they hot now. This is where it's happening. You should be able to get your clients on every freelance platform, on job boards, on career pages, and even on your social media. Lack of, client retention. Some of us have the worst attitude to work, and we cannot retain clients because we have like the worst attitude towards work. So, but we'll be looking at that more into these common problems tomorrow. So let me take one or two questions before our coach comes in. One or two questions, guys. Let me check YouTube for questions. One or two questions, please. So that will be all for this particular first part of the class. We'll be going like into practical in the next few minutes. My slides are not moving. Can't you guys see the common mistakes? So, the slides are not showing. So sorry. Let me stop sharing and share again. I just saw your message that you can't see. It's not showing. Is it showing now? Is it showing now? Is my slide showing? Why was it not showing before? I was sharing now. Okay, guys, what I will just do, because maybe you didn't see the slides, I would check the replay, and if the slide didn't show at all in the replay, I would send you guys another video that has a complete, like, that the slide shows completely, so that you can rewatch and get to understand this first half of the class while we look at the second part of tonight's class. Let me welcome Coach Chi. So what we'll be covering as part of the only, what's it called? The only virtual assistant skill that we'll be covering in this for today's class is graphic design. The person that is asking me of calendar management, I didn't add calendar management when I dropped the outline for our 2 days free class now. We will not do everything in 2 days. How can we do everything in 2 days? We will just get you, what we are doing, we are getting you introduced to these things. We'll be introducing you to graphic design. Yes, we'll do all we can do. Coach Chi, I've made you the host. We'll do all we can do, like a few designs. We are running just 2 designs tonight, but the 2 designs will give you an idea on how to sit down and create designs on your own from scratch. Kochi, you can unmute yourself. Coach Chibuzo, can you hear me? Oh, so okay. Guys, you can ask questions if you have one before she joins us. Okay.
Good evening, everybody.
Welcome.
Energy. How they go?
Why won't you ask for energy when you are already? Let me know.
Sorry, let me clean my glasses. Really, it wasn't bright. How are you all doing? Amazing evening, everybody. Trust you're all well. Happy weekend. Thank God it's weekend. And the last, it's not the last one. I still have 4 days inside next month. I wanted to say the last working week of the month. Alrighty. So my name is Chibuzo. Sorry, excuse me, please. My baby has been clinging to me. I just managed to put her to bed. So great. Yeah, I can see you guys now. My name is Chibuzo. Chibuzo Amamaika is my name. Kindly confirm that you can see me, that you can hear me. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, okay. We can.
All right. So good evening again, everybody. You're welcome to the second half. Yeah, thank you, Favor Wachuku. Yes. So you're welcome to the second half of the training. You're welcome to the Jazz Academy. This is the Jazz Digital Hub. Thank you, Mafolake. Welcome to the Jazz. Stephanie Brahimo. I can't call your name, but Sha, I'm saying your messages. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So this is the Jazz Digital Hub, and I am Chibuzo Amamaika, your graphic design coach. And by graphic design, we mean basic graphic design. It's not actually basic, by the way. It's not really basic. We just focus on Canva. Just focus on graphic design using Canva. So our chief coach, the person you just listened to, Coach Chinwendu, has done a great job as always, teaching us about virtual assisting, freelancing, and the rest of that. But my job here is just to teach you how to use Canva. So before I go on, I'd like to just introduce myself a little. The reason I like to introduce myself is because a lot of people feel that they can't do, but I'm doing this, I do not have time for this. Let me tell you what I do. So first and foremost, I am a mother of 4 children, a wife. I am I like to use the word retired, but at least in the next 4 days, till the end of this month, I'm still serving. I am a soldier. And if you know how our work is, I was at work yesterday for 24 hours. I got home today. I'm on tomorrow again for another 24 hours to be back. And it's just like that you get. So the work is quite demanding. On top of that, I am a realtor. I sell real estate. On top of that, I do virtual assisting. And guess what? I balance everything very well. So if me like this can do it, that's the reason I like to introduce myself, really. Not so that you know what I do. I don't like people in my business, but I just like to use me to encourage you. So if I can do all this, I dare tell you that you can. So having said that, let's get right into it. So why do we teach? Thank you, Ebiri, for that fire. I like fire, energy. So why do we teach Canva? We choose to teach Canva because Canva is a very versatile app. It is a 1 in a million app, right? It is one app that you could use to do a lot of things. With Canva, you can design your graphics. With Canva, by graphics, I mean your flyers and all that, just the basic graphics, flyers, blah, 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 blah. With Canva also, you can create marketing videos. With Canva, you can create presentation slides as at the back, as against back then when it had to be PowerPoint. Now you can do your PowerPoint, everything on Canva. With Canva also, you could schedule your posts, your social media posts. With Canva, you can create a website. You can do virtually everything on Canva, everything. You could design your CV. You could, what can you not do on Canva? When it comes to designing, right? When it comes to anything that you can use to manage these this line of work, I do not know what you cannot do on Canva, right? So that's the reason we teach Canva, so that with just that one app, you can handle a lot, 50 to 80% of your task with just that one app. So that's the reason we teach Canva. And I'm going to be teaching us on this class. So usually I would have asked to design from scratch for someone, but the thing is that's going to take up our time. We do not really have so much time today. I have another meeting starting at 8. I'll be joining that meeting late. So, but we do not have so much time so that I can do that. So, but there are two things I majorly teach here, which is first and foremost how to design using a template. So we already have pre-designed templates on Canva. So you could take a template and edit it to suit what you want, right? And I'm also going to show you how you can design starting from scratch. If time permits, I'm going to add a bonus to it, but I don't know, let me not promise that. So let me not tell you what it is, so I'm not obliged to do it at the end of the day if there is no time. But if time permits, I'm going to add that bonus to it. So now, what is Canva? Canva is okay, I'm putting the cart before the horse. Okay, so Canva is a design tool. It's a design tool you could use to schedule, to design, to schedule, to do everything, like I have said. Why do you need to learn it? As a VA, it helps to improve your work. It helps to cut time. It helps to achieve so much more, everything that I've just said. And even aside being a VA, personally, you could use it for your business. You could use it as your business. So I just said two things in one. So you could use it for your business, like you have a business personally. Like I said, I'm a realtor. I use Canva to design my flyers. So either design or redesign my flyers, okay? So, but you can use it as your business. That is, you can begin to design for business owners. So it becomes a business for you. You get paid. So you could charge people. One design is 2,000, one design is 1,000, and somebody is making 5 designs. Another person is making 10 designs, and you have these clients from everywhere. Just imagine you have 4 to 5 people that you are designing for every week, and they are making at least 5 designs each because they are business owners. So imagine the amount you'll be making from these people, just for your thoughts. Okay, so these are things you could do with Canva. I think I've pretty much touched everything I needed to say. So what is the Canva? The Canva is an app. Canva is an app. It's spelled C-A-N-V-A. So if you have an idea of what Canva is, kindly drop it in this comment section. If you don't have an idea, also drop it in the comment section so that I know the caliber of people I'm talking to, and how to channel this training. Okay, so if you know Canva, you have used Canva, or you know Canva, you have not used Canva, or you do not know Canva at all, just drop your experience with Canva, whether or not you have an experience. Let's see it in the next 1 minute, and then I'll share my screen. I believe my voice is loud enough. My mic is working today. Are we here? Am I talking to myself? I have never used it. I had it's a tool to create designs. Don't know how it works. Okay, great. You're knowing how it works today. I'm hearing Canva for the first time. Okay, all right. Your responses, please. Let it come in. Let it come in. Let it come in. I want to know who the people I'm teaching, so we know where to start. I know Canva app. I use it to design for personal. I know about Canva app. I've never used it. Okay, we are hearing you. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that feedback. Okay, so out of Okay. So it's safe to say 40% of 60% of the people in this group. Okay. Okay. So it's safe to say 40 to 60% of this class do not know, or they either do not know or they do not know how to use Canva. So we'll start from the very beginning. So I'm going to just share my screen. I'm going to be showing you how to do it directly from my phone. So I'll be sharing my screen and we move. Okay, so this app here next to my MTN app is the Canva. How do you get it? You download it from your Play Store, whether you use iOS or Apple Play Store, or Android. So you can download it from your respective Play Stores. When you download it, it's easy to register on the app. You can use your already existing email address or your Facebook or whatever you want to use. It's quite easy to register on the app, so that's not a problem. So we're not just going to go all there. So, but before I show you how to design, I just like to show you some of my designs that I have done. Now, this is a student of mine. This work is for a student of mine. I just helped to edit it. He just lands. So you can see this is supposed to be his, what's it called? This is supposed to be his logo, right? Is it a logo now or whatever? Okay, that's what this is supposed to be. So I just helped to edit it. He wants it very simple. These are some of the things you can do. This for a group I belong to. Let me not open. This for a group I belong to. These are some of our designs that we have made using both templates and designing from scratch. And the one I want to not shock you, one of my most recent designs is this. This was for a presentation at a conference, and let it load so I can slide the screens. Now, everything here we designed with Canva. Even the pictures we used here were AI generated. We generated AI using another app. Many of the pictures we generated using another app, and we brought them to Canva. Apart from the pictures that we generated with AI, everything here was designed with Canva from scratch. So basically you could do anything. This is a massive, this presentation is massive. You really don't want to, you may want to know what's in it, but let's leave it for another day. Okay, so how do we start to use Canva? When you download your Canva, you have signed in and all that, you've registered, this is where it brings you to. So this is the home screen, your home page rather. It brings you to the home page. Your home page may be different from mine because I've been using my Canva for about 4 years now. So definitely it must have metamorphosed. I don't know what the present home page looks like, but it should be similar with little differences. Okay. Now, to start a design, you first of all want to know what you're designing. So what are you designing? Are you designing a flyer? Are you designing a presentation? Are you designing a video? Is it a whatever? Do you get? So you need to know what you are designing. Number one, you have to identify that. You also need to identify what you are designing for. So what platform are you designing for? Like we saw, the presentation is totally different from a flyer. It's totally different from maybe a wallpaper. You want to design a wallpaper for your phone. It's totally different, okay? So every orientation is different from the other. So here we have documents, right? So everything here is different. So you need to understand what you're designing and where you are sending it to. And I like to focus majorly on Instagram and YouTube thumbnails. You see those two designs. Any other design may manage to fit in somewhere. For instance, you can use wallpaper in Facebook, right? Or for WhatsApp or for other, but you see, YouTube thumbnail, it has a specific orientation. If you miss it, you miss it. It's not going to work. The same thing applies to what's it called, Instagram. It has a specific orientation. There are two. It's either the portrait or the square. If you use a bigger if you use a bigger orientation, for instance, you design something for Facebook and you want to send it, or you design a flyer and you want to share it on Instagram, a lot of the information you have on that flyer will have to be cut off because it cannot fit perfectly into the size, the orientation for Instagram. So you need to understand what you are designing and where you are sharing it to. All right. So I prefer, if I'm doing for general social media, I prefer to use the Instagram orientation so that because it's smaller, it can fit into other places. But if you use a bigger orientation like a flyer or for Facebook, it may not fit into Instagram. So those are the things you have to consider before you start. Now, having said that, let's say I want to design a flyer. I don't want to send it on Instagram, but I want to design a flyer, right? So how do we start? You can either just scroll here. You see each set of pictures have a title over it, okay? So you can either just scroll here and look for flyer. That's one way to go. Let's look for flyer. Now we are at flyer. You see flyer here. And you now scroll to the side and look for the template you like. If you do not find, you can open here. You see the arrow or the see all on top. You can open there to see more. That's one way you can go. Another way you can go is that you can come to the bottom of your screen, like you see mine, and tap this purple button, this purple plus button, and it's going to bring you. Now, this is recently changed. I'm even not yet used to it, even though I've seen it a couple of times, but I've not actually put my mind to it. You're going to show you. It used to be listed, so you just come here and type in what you want. All right, so those are two ways you can do. So for this, let's just go back because I'm using flyer. So let's just go back and tap on this arrow. Now, when I tap on the arrow, it's going to open up a lot of options. Okay, I'll just have to scroll to find what I want. So what am I designing and for who am I designing? Let me design something for the jazz. Oh no, I didn't intentionally tap that. Am I talking too fast? Coach Chi, are you there?
Yes, I am.
I hope I'm not talking too fast, so I'm not rapping for my ears only.
No, guys, if you're talking too fast, don't mind me. I just had to. No, you are not. I was just going through the video earlier and I noticed the slide wasn't playing and I didn't know why. Slide,
yeah,
it was just static.
Okay, it's a good thing that you have other videos the same, so you can share other videos. I think that's a good solution.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to be using this blue and white here next to this food. Okay, so I'm going to be using that. Now I use Canva Pro. Okay, so for you if you are new and you are not ready to use the Canva Pro version, it's fine. You can use Canva free. I would have loved to do everything with Canva free for the purpose of this class, but remember I said that we do not have a lot of time. So I'm going to try to stick with the Canva free, but in places where I cannot find what I need on Canva free, instead of wasting so much time, I'll just go ahead and use the pro features. All right.
But like background changing and all that, we have places
those are free. Those are free.
Yeah.
Okay, for no problems. We can use free versions of all those ones, but if there are special things I need for Canva Pro, I need and you can only find on Canva Pro, we'll just have to make use of it like that. But definitely, I'm going to tell them how to get it, how they can do it, instead of me wasting and spending time to do it. All right. So, but this feature I'm going to use, this template I'm going to use now is actually a free template. Okay, so let's get into it. So who am I designing for? Like I said earlier, I'm designing for the jazz. I hope these colors. Hey, I think I've used this before. Okay, I'm just going to use it again. So I hope. So first things first, you can start from anywhere. You can start by changing the colors. You can start by changing the write-up or the pictures. Basically, you can really start from anywhere as long as you do everything that you're supposed to do, okay? But I'm just going to start from the very top. So for me, the very top would be the logo. So I'm going to take this logo out. So, okay, before I even start, I like to explain that. Look at the bottom of my screen. You'll see some prompts there. You find design, you find elements, text, and all that. That prompt there is not static. It changes with touch. Okay, let me just say it like that. So if I touch something in this design now, the prompt under is going to change. However, this is the default menu, okay? This is the default menu. It is the default menu for every design. But when I tap something, the menu under is going to change. So I'm going to tap on this element here. So you see the menu under has changed. It has changed. I can either crop, adjust, Magic Studio or whatever. But I just want to delete this. Bam. Now I have come back to default menu, and at default menu, I'm going to scroll. Now the picture you want to look for, maybe your logo or whatever you want to look for, may be in your gallery. It may also be in the picture, the photos side. But me, I have them in my uploads, because uploads, what you find on uploads are pictures, photos that you have used in design before. Okay, so these are photos I used in my last design. So photos that you have used in your design before are things that you would find in your upload. And here we find this one. All right. Let me see the other one, please. Uploads. Okay, I'll just undo that. Okay, so here I bring this down here. I reduce it and I move it back here where the other guy was. I move it. Now you will notice that the name inside this logo is not showing. That's because the logo has a transparent background. So if this was white background, let me change the color to white, you will see that the name will show. Do you see that the name is showing now? Okay, but it's not a white background. I'm just going to change this to white and move this above it. So I'm going to return this back to black. No. Hold on, sorry. Let me just return it to its original color. So what I'm going to do, I move this, then I tap on that.
You not showed us how you're moving. Okay, sorry.
I just drag. When you tap, you see the arrow. Use the arrow to move it, or you just hold it and drag. It's simple to move. So I change that color at the background, and I will introduce this over.
Stop it. Oh, yeah, go inside.
Then increase it to fit into that. All right. So now there is this nudge. The nudge is only, the nudge menu will only come up if you pick something, okay? The nudge is the same way. It's also for you to move an object, but you are moving it 1 mini step at a time, unlike when you drag. Okay, so now I think this is good. Right, so the logo is now showing, Abi, very good. Now the next thing I like to attend to is the name. So I tap, or you see now that the prompt, the menu under is different from the menu we had before. Now it's showing us to edit. So it's just showing us things that has to do with writing, because I tapped on a writer. Okay, so it's showing us things that have to do with writings, and I'm just going to edit it and say DJazz. Who typed it? DJazz Digital Hub. Okay, I like to do this way. So I just tap here, reduce it so that it will enter in 3 lines. Then I scroll under, I come to line spacing. I come to spacing here, and I reduce the space between the lines, so everything fits perfectly. Close that. Then I move it up to align with the logo. So I think that up is gone. Now, the next thing is, what are we having? We have a 2-day webinar. a free 2-day webinar, be 2 days free webinar, free 2-day, right? English sometimes go humble you. All right, so free 2-day webinar. I don't even know how this English sounds, but let's manage it like that. It's just for training purpose. All right. So I'll come here and say, learn how to work learn how to work remotely for internationals. Okay, so that's what is in my head. I'll just use it like that. So you see how I'm coming step by step. So I'll leave the register now and the date. Let's say the date is 4th November. 4th November. Postal dot, comma, 2024. Okay, I don't know the comma. All right, so I'll just leave all this like this, and let's assume this the number and email address are correct. So I'll just come here. Now, what do I want to do? I want to change the picture. Now, do you notice that the prompt under the prompt under is also different from what we have seen before? So now we have replace, crop, adjust, blah, 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 blah. It's different from the prompt for write-up. So I'll just come here, tap on replace and go to my uploads. Like I said, everything I need is already in my uploads. So I'll just go here and let's look for one fine girl and put there, which of the fine girls, let's use this fine girl, okay. Great. Now, what did I do? You notice that the head was cut off before, right? I mean, it was slashed in half. So what did I do? I double tapped on the picture and opened it up. So it's showing me that I can crop. So I can either reduce, where is it? I can either reduce or enlarge or do anything or move. I can move, right? So this is how you adjust your photo. It is an offense. It is a designing offense for you to cut somebody's head, please. There should be at least a little space. All right, okay? So a lot of people do not know this, but these are the things that affects your design, makes it look very either professional or not professional. Then the next thing, I want to now convert this to our DJazz colors, okay? So now I'm going to touch on these colors. Where are the colors? Where are the colors? Okay. So I'm going to use the colors now. So I scrolled down, I scrolled and found the color. Now, when you want to change the color, you just open that up and I find this. Okay, great. So I can apply that to all and say change all instead of doing it manually. Now, this black is not really black, so it's not allowing the color to blend. So I'm going to come here, change it to black, like black. Like black. Good. So the color is blending better, even though it's not so. Let me change this, the just color again. It's not the shade as we want it. Okay, it's the shade. I think it's transparent. I think the problem is that it's transparent. Okay. The shade is okay. I think it's transparent. So let's check for transparency and see. No, it's actually not transparent, but I don't know why the color, the shade is not shading as we want it. Anyway, so let's not waste too much time. Let's not spend too much time. There's no wastage, but let's not spend too much time. You already have an idea of what I'm trying to do. So that we have more time to design from scratch, because that's what really takes more time, okay? So basically, this is how we edit an existing template, okay? You edit an existing template to suit what you want it to be. Bam. So moving on, I hope you, do we have any questions here? I don't think we should even take questions now. So moving on, let's just move straight to designing from scratch. Okay, so to design from scratch, this is the same thing. You can start from the other way I showed you, or you see that it just brought us to the immediate last step. Now to design from scratch, instead of you to use a template, you just come here, you see this place that says blank page, you tap on blank page and it gives you a blank page. However, even though it gives you a blank page, it's also going to suggest some templates to you. So you see it's still loading, okay, fine. So it's suggesting templates. So instead, since we do not want templates, you just drag it down to close and have your blank page in peace. I would have loved to, let's use this one, Sha. Or I think we should use Instagram. Okay, let's use this. All right. So what are we designing? What are we designing? She would have asked them to bring now. Now my mind is empty as to what to design. Oh yeah, we'll work together on this. What should we design? There's something you want us to design?
You said they want a flyer.
I know. Would have asked somebody to just bring stuff. Okay, can you unmute somebody? Do you have the right to unmute?
No, I don't.
Oh, sure. I wanted to say, okay, you unmute somebody, let them talk as we are doing, instead of waiting for them to send. Really, my mind is just...
You unmute, oh, okay. If you are in a quiet place and you would want us to design for you, please
raise your hand.
It should just raise your
Raise
hand.
your digital hand.
Please, it shouldn't be on Zoom, on YouTube, or just Zoom. Please raise your hand so we can design something for you.
So I'll just stop sharing so I can get someone. In short, they should just tell us what their business is, then we'll just pick one. Anybody that is fast, because you can just go and pick the wrong person now. It'll be fast to raise hand, but will not answer us.
Okay, just design for me.
Okay. I don't do the design for you. I don't have idea to design right now.
Okay, somebody said makeup. Somebody said makeup artist.
Okay, so let's unmute her. Please, you have to be in a quiet place, so we don't want...
Her name is Favor, but if she's not in a quiet place, let her say it now so that we won't be hearing so much noise in the background.
I want to stop hearing so I can unmute you. But please, you need to be in a quiet place so we do not have so much distractions. Please raise your hand, Favor, if you're in a quiet place so I can see you and unmute you. She's not in a quiet place, okay? Unfortunately, we can't unmute you. The noise will distract me, really.
Just design.
I'll just go ahead and design for the jazz.
Okay, or let's design for a Zobo business.
Okay.
Idol Zobo, Abi, Ada.
Okay, in the class?
No, I'm just bringing out, since nobody is here now, let's just do Ada Zobo.
Okay. So to design for a Zobo brand, brand, okay. So number one, what will be the color? So we have to look for a color that will blend into either the company or the product, right? So it has to either be the company color or the color, a color that will blend into the product. So this is me talking to the entire class. So first of all, let's even leave out the color. Now, for designing from scratch, because it's a whole lot you have to now fix, okay? Except you have an idea in your head that you are looking at the picture mentally and you want to replicate that thing that you are looking at mentally, or you are seeing somebody's idea and you want to You want to replicate it and also maybe enhance it to suit your own business. So except for such a case, right, that you just put it line by line. But sometimes when you're designing from scratch, you want to put up something, but you do not have an idea, just the way my mind is empty about whatever I want to design now, okay? It is okay for you to start scattered, but you must also know how to arrange it. So because we are designing for a Zobo brand, I will just go straight and look for pictures of Zobo. So I'll come here, I'll scroll, and I'll come to photos. Now, for a lot of you, if you are new to Canva, you may not see photos. Yours may stop here. Apps, okay? So what do? You tap on apps, and it's going to open up like this. When it opens up, you scroll and you find photos. You see, you scroll here and you find photos. Once you have opened here, more options will open for you next time. So what are we looking for? We are looking for Zobo. So you see what I said about pictures. So you see all the pictures we are getting here are pro version pictures. We'll have to make use of them like that, Abby. So no wahala.
But tell us, where can we get the free ones?
So to get free pictures.
How do we improvise? Sorry.
To get free pictures, you can go to whatever browser you are using, search for the picture you are looking for. There are either pictures like that, or maybe if you want something that is high-tech, you can, if you know how to use AI picture generators, you can generate your pictures on AI. But to get normal pictures like this, go to your browser, search whatever picture you are looking for, download them. Then if you need to remove the background because you are not using you're not using Canva Pro, and you need to remove the background. If you are using Canva Pro, you can automatically remove background on Canva. But if you are not, and you need to remove the background of the picture, what you can do is you also download the app called Remove BG. So when you download the app called Remove BG, you take the picture to Remove BG and watch it do its magic for you. So it's going to remove the background of the picture. Then if you want the background less, you bring it to Canva and use it like that without background, okay? So that's basically how you can do those things without using Canva Pro. Okay, so let's go. How do I start? I really don't know how to start, so I'm just going to start anyhow and just let's type and say Ida. Can you please spell that Ida?
IDA.
IDA. Is that it? Okay. Okay. We've worked on this brand before. It's showing me Ida. It's foods, right?
Yes.
I duplicated that. Mama.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Tell us you are going to school without saying
it. Seriously.
Okay, so we specialize in, now I like to also bring things like this, so I'm just going to duplicate this and use it. So I like to bring things like this up. We specialize in, or we sell, specialize in.
We didn't get to understand what you did.
I didn't do anything serious now. I just opened up the line. That's what I did. We specialize in premium Zobo. This is me just bringing up some things from my head. I don't know whether that's what they do. So what do they do? Bulk orders, Abby.
bulk order, retail.
Retail, B2B, B2B. So what's that B2B going to? B2B what? Okay, so basically, let's do it like this. Okay. So, give me chance, so I want to praise my God. What in the name of God is happening here? Why are you opening? Are you saying something?
No.
All these things will just be messing up something. So when I tap in, and it's just making my work bad. Aha, corrected. All right. So I now say contact. So contact, where are we? So phone, what's the phone number? Give me your phone number. Let me put mine there. I don't know. Mind you, this is just a test run. If this person needs me to do this for them, they will reach out. I'll be glad to help, at least for a little fee. I could also do it for free, you know. All right. So the next, do they have an email? Are they on Instagram, on Facebook? We'll bring it here. So let me just I die. What is that name again?
Let's just use your detail as the Instagram handle.
Okay, foods. Okay, on Instagram. So let's assume that it is either foods throughout all social media. No, there's no need. So if it's either food throughout all social media, we can just use one and add all the social media handles to it. So you know how we can reduce this, just drag it, or you come to font size and see the size you want, just edit the size. Let me bring this to 22. 22 is okay. What size is this? This is, let's bring it back to 22. All right, so this is a first size. Okay, so having done all this, we will now go back and we'll look for pictures that will blend. Okay, so I also like to work on the fonts. The font you use is either going to make your design pop or will leave it very one kind. So let's see the fonts that we're going to use. I think I like using this Elika recently. Yeah, Elika is fine. So this, what I'm going to do here, I will also bring it to Elika, and I'm going to spread this out, spacing. So letter spacing, I'm going to spread it out to fit. I want to spread it out to fit the size that I. Okay, so go back to spacing and increase this. Okay, so I just nudge this and arrange it in a way that it blends. Please don't swallow our phone. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't even know that it wasn't muted.
Okay. All right.
I've been working all through last night and I've not slept.
Same here. I think I only had 2 hours of break during the day. I was at work yesterday, so I had to stay all night up. All right. So I'm going back to uploads now, and I'm going to bring in my logos. So the logos I'm bringing in are logos for, I think I've worked for iDie before. I should have a logo. I should have iDie's logo. I think I even made the logo, if I'm not mistaken. Is it the same person we are talking about?
Yes, now there's no other idea now.
Uh-huh. Okay.
That's what you're okay. You're trying to get the Instagram fine.
Yes, I'm trying to bring all the logos to play. So I'm just going to duplicate that in 3 places because it's always Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Sometimes it may be one, no, if they are not on YouTube or Facebook, but I like it when they are all complete. So I'm just going to edit this, move it there, move this, nudge this up, nudging, and expand. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to replace now, just replace it with Facebook, upload, Facebook, this one, replace, upload with YouTube. Where's my YouTube? If you can't find it, we discard you. I hope I'm able to find where her logo is. Okay, we can't find YouTube. Another one people entered. So we can't find YouTube. I'm just going to delete this, move this to align. Okay, great. So I'm going to find her logo and bring her logo. I hope they are following, you know. Bring her logo here. I'm just trying to be as fast as possible. But
Are we following, guys?
There's really no big thing I have done. It's the same thing I did with only that this time we are doing it from scratch. So if they have any question, please, they should ask so that we can answer the questions as we are still working. Hey, I can't find her logo. I can't find Adai's logo. Okay, so let's leave the logo since I can't find it. Okay, I can't find it, so let's leave it out. So now I'm going to now bring in pictures, okay? So I'm going to now import pictures from photos. And what am I looking for? I don't like these pictures that it's giving me. I hope you're able to find better pictures. It's a good drink. I don't like these pictures. Oh. So you see why you can find your pictures yourself. Okay. So I'm just going to use, okay. I'm going to use this one, but now I want to put this picture in a frame, okay? I'm going to work on a couple of other things. So I want to put this picture in a frame. What I do is I just come to the default menu. Now, the default menu is when you are not selecting anything at all. That's the only time you find the default menu. I'm going to come to elements. I tap on elements. I'm just going to scroll and find frame. I like to use frames because it helps to organize my work. So I tap on frames. I like my frames to have borders because it helps me to add a pop of color. Okay, my borders is usually around this size. Then what I do, I just come back here and I move the picture into the frame. Oh yeah, pick. Sometimes it likes to make shakara like this. So I'm just going to move this to front so that it's easier to enter into the move to front. So I just move it here. It's easier to enter that way. So where did I get moved to front from? Is in position. So when you tap, you have something, okay, you tap that, then you scroll to the side and find position. Tap on position. Now you find move to. They are not selected now because it's actually not moving anywhere. So I just come here, like I said earlier, and edit the picture to fit into the frame properly and close that. Now this is for this. I reduce this, bring it here. And now I want to use Zobo as the background. Okay, so I'll come here, look for pictures, replace, come to photo, and I find my Zobo and I like it. I bring this here. This is good. So I also come here. I come to elements again. I come to shapes. I'm going to look for this shape, bring this here. And I want to overlay this shape on the entire. Good. Because I want this color. Now, if this is actually the color I want, if it wasn't the color I want, I would change the color, okay? Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this backward. First of all, I'm going to move it backward. So I come to position, and I'm going to move it behind everything except the background, okay? Now I have moved it backward, and I'm going to come here and tap on transparency because I want that background to have a little bit of color. So you see, now we have this. Now this picture, this skinny con here is not doing a great job for me. So maybe we can look for a better picture, or let's change the color of the
Use a
right.
larger font or change the color. And a larger font.
We don't want the font to, the picture is not helping really. The background picture, right? Is not helping.
I like the picture, but because I like it, this Zobo stuff to have a background picture, but the Zobo leaf, it's too thick.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's not helping. So we could change the background. So I move that so I can tap on the background. Let's see if we can get a better background. Replace, come to photos. Let's find a better background. Let's say Zobo leaves, hibiscus, dried, if I can find better, dried hibiscus. Great. So we find, well, this one, will it show? Let's see. I think this is even doing a better job. Even my baby out there, that is fine. It's okay. So I think this is a better picture. We'll just make it a bit transparent. With this now, we really do not need the other color we over. Oh shit, I'm transparenting the wrong stuff. Should we leave it transparent or return to status quo? I'm just going to duplicate it. Let me first of all, I didn't put the call logo.
Returning is fine now.
Yes, I'm just going to duplicate it and have the problem.
How do we duplicate?
I'm going to show you that now. So I did this at 30. Great. And apply here.
What is it? You didn't clean your mouth after it. There you go.
30.
Oh, wash your face.
Okay. Okay, so now this is, I want to duplicate. There are two ways you can do this. So one of the ways you can do this is you can just pinch this in pinch. You see what I'm doing? I just pinch it in and it reduces it. So use your 2 fingers and drag it in till it gets small. That's one way. I'm going to close that. The other way is that you come to this ellipsis sign on the first line. The ellipsis sign, now there are 2 special symbols there. We have the burger sign, which is the 3 lines, and we have the ellipsis sign, which is the 3 dots. So we tap on the ellipsis sign, the 3 dots, and we come to view all pages. So at view all pages, you have the same thing that the pinching will do to you for you. And you come to the bottom here and you duplicate. If there were more pages, maybe there were more design, you tap on the exact page you want to duplicate. Make sure it's selected before you do. Here we are. So here, I'll just come, let's say, take the first one. I'm going to delete this that we have over, and I'm going to make it untransparent. So we have the 2 like this and like this. So whatever you choose, I believe they are fine. This is just a simple design. We could do a more complicated design, but we do not really have the time for it today. But I think this design is fine. And great. What do you think? Let's have your feedback. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions before I stop this here?
Said the bolder one is fine now. Awesome. How did you remove the Canva Pro on the background?
I did not remove the Canva Pro because I am using Canva Pro. Okay. So it will not show. That's why I gave how you download pictures and use. Sorry, Chime.
You can also get your designs, like your pictures. See, if they are not on Canva and you're only seeing them on Canva Pro and you are not on Canva Pro, you can get your pictures from Google. Go to Pixie Lab. Go there, download pictures without a watermark. Then you bring it to Canva and use them for your design. And like she said, you want to remove your background. Download Remove BG, the app, and use them to remove your background. You can use this site or software to solve the problem of Canva Pro for the meantime, for the interim. Somebody said the first one is better. Which one is the first? Which one is the last?
This is the first. The one on the screen now is the first. So to download your design, okay. Now we have, after the ellipsis sign, we have a comment sign. Then we have the download and we have the upload. You can use either of them. So if you want to just download directly, you use the download. If you want to do other things other than downloading directly, you use the upload. So I'm going to tap on the upload so I show you other things. So here is what
some person is asking if you can download. Okay. Somebody is asking if they can
either share to your
Canva on their phone.
Of course, I am using my phone now. This is phone. I'm not using a laptop here. This is a phone. Like I was saying, you can either just come here and you share directly to your social media, or you can schedule it. That's one thing. Or let's say, because we have two pages here and you do not want to download the 2 pages, you can come to download. Just tap on that download that is written there and you select the page that you want to download. Or if you want to use it for other things, maybe you want to print it out, you may need to change the setting here, the file type to PDF for print, PDF print. Or if it's a video, basically, depending on what you are designing, you will see the prompt to use right here. And if you want to reduce, you want to select pages that you want to download, this is where you would find that, and you tap on the pages you want to download and then you tap on download. Another thing you could do is, maybe you are working with it with someone, you are working the design with someone, you can also share the link. And when you are sharing link, please always ensure that, see the share link button, please always ensure that you grant permission grant permission before you share the link. All right. So about that, and I trust you had value for your time. We would have been able to do a more complicated design, but there is no time to even think it through. It needs to play. All right. So thank you. If you have any questions that I need to answer right here on this page, please kindly do so before I stop sharing. Coach Chipley, kindly check what's it called? Is YouTube to find it if we have questions there.
If I get that right, I thought I said we were only covering 2 major designs for tonight's class. That is designing a simple flyer from scratch and designing using a template. She's asking us how to create a business logo.
It's practically this. Find the logo icon. You'll find the logo templates just the way we found flyer templates, right?
Oh no, she said, could you please show us how to create logo? Yes, that's what she said.
I'm sorry, I can't show you right now. Let me just show you where you can get it. So on this home page, right, you just scroll up, network is slow. You scroll up till you find logo, right? You scroll up till you find logo. You can just type in the search button. It will show you to bring out logos. So here you find logos, just the way we found a template. You find your preferred template and work with it. The purpose of this class is not to show you how to design logo. All right, so I've stopped sharing my screen. I hope you found value. I hope you learned something. You learned how to do quick designs, just the same way. Now, the thing is, I just showed you the basics. You can do more complicated designs. There's a lot you can do, right? But once you have learned, the good thing about Canva is once you learn the basics, you can take it any height you want to. You just have to know what to do, and which is what I have just shown you. Okay, so once you know what to do on a smaller scale, you can scale it to any height you want. All right. All right, you're welcome, everybody.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Any other question?
I'm checking the YouTube now. No. So guys, I would also, because of the fact that the slide for the first class did not really play, it wasn't really sliding. So I would also send another video that also teaches us the third design that she did not cover, how to edit an already edited design. She did not cover that in tonight's class because of time. But
let me take that. Let me take that.
Okay.
Is that okay? All right.
Yeah.
So the other thing I said, I don't want to feel obliged. I do not want to feel indebted. That's why I didn't even say what it was. Is how you can edit a flyer that you do not have access to. Okay. So somebody sends you a flyer, you do not have access to the link for the design. You can edit somebody's already edited flyer, but please, there's a disclaimer to that. Is it an offense? So except you have the express of the person, please do not do it. Okay,
express
please do not do it except you have the permission of the. It's called plagiarism. Okay, all right. So she's going to send you a video that has that. So you also see other complicated designs that we have done. Add it to what you have learned here today, and also with the other one. So basically, I think you had the best deal. You guys have the best deal. No other set have gotten this deal.
Thank you so much.
So you learn here, and they still give you something that you already thought. Oh, that's 2 in 1 deal. Well done. All right. So if there's no other question, I need to run along now. I can join my other meeting.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Today was simply amazing, and we'll be having our final section tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. Bye. Tomorrow. Sorry, dear. Oh, she started sleeping. Sorry, guys. Let me just Give me back my hosting rights. I'm coming, guys, so that you see my face. My video went off. The lights went off when we started initially. Okay. Sorry, I'm being a mom right now. I'm doing my mommy's duty. So thank you so much, guys, for staying till it's almost 2 hours. And it was amazing. Hope you guys had an amazing time. Did you have an amazing time? Did you enjoy your section tonight? Did you enjoy it? Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ngozi. Thank you, Omolade. Thank you so much, Favor. Thank you. So tomorrow will be on WhatsApp. So tomorrow will not be either Zoom nor YouTube. Tomorrow's class, tomorrow, Sunday, the 20 what? The month has ended. Tomorrow, Sunday, the 27th of October, will be on Zoom, on WhatsApp to do the final class where we'll cover what remote work is, what it takes to work remotely, platforms. I'll be sharing names of a lot of platforms that you can apply and get remote jobs for free, and skills required to work remotely as a virtual assistant, how you need to get started, what are the basic things you need to do during your registration process, like when you are registering in this site, what you need to do, how do you get your portfolio intact, how do you get clients, yes, how do you get clients. So all these are what we'll be talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow will be on WhatsApp. Tomorrow will be a combination of a write-up and a voice note class. So it will be a combination of write-up and voice note class. So thank you so much, guys. Do not miss tomorrow. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. again. Tomorrow won't be this long. So highest 1 hour, 30 minutes. We'll be done with tomorrow's class. So thank you so much. Do have an amazing evening. A lot of us that will be going to church. Tomorrow being Sunday, we need to go and rest and prepare our head. For somebody like me, I need to sleep small because I'll still wake up and do my night walk. Again, that's the life we live as a remote worker. So thank you so much, guys. It was an amazing section with you all. Thank you. And I really do appreciate being here with you guys. My YouTube people, thank you so much. So it's going to be a wrap for tonight. Thank you. Thank you. So see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you do not miss it. Do not miss tomorrow's class.